Good morning. It is April 4th, 2016. And why is this guy smiling so early on a Monday morning on April 4th, 2016? Well, I'll tell you why I'm smiling. It is because today is opening day of the Boston Red Sox season, and unfortunately, they're not opening at home because we'd have a bunch of snow on the field, so maybe that would be a good thing. But I guess they're opening in Cleveland, and it's always a good sign when the Sox are starting because that means that the aforementioned snow will soon be all gone, and summer will be here, and I'll be wearing my sunblock to protect my Irish complexion, and all will be right with the world. I was thinking of my history with the Sox, and of course, I go back to the heartbreak of 1978, and when they had that big, huge 14-game lead on the Yankees, and they somehow choked that whole scenario in the final couple of months. I think they were 14 games up in July. Then they had a playoff game. I remember it was like a Monday. They let us out of school early. I came home, and Yaz popped up to third base to Greg Nettles, I think, and I proceeded to trash my room because the tying run was at third base, man. And if they'd won that game, I think that was going to be a World Series win that year, and would have changed all the stress and aggravation that the Sox gave me for the next 25 years or so until they won in 2004, and then things changed amazingly. I never thought I'd live to see the day, especially the way I was living, that they'd win three titles since then. So it's been amazing to go from a team that was just like similar to like the Patriots, so just a joke, and then to be able. I think it's great to have lived through all that stuff, and because you appreciate it more than this whole generation of doofuses who just feel entitled to winning and all that. And where like our generation seems like we earned it, we kind of like earned our stripes, as it were. I remember my buddy down the street, his dad was a cop, and he used to get us into the games, for free. We were like, well, probably like 9 or 10 years old, and I remember being down the left field line, and Jim Rice was taking BP, and I hit like the screaming line drive down the line, and I thought, and this is before, like I said before, the game was like nobody in Fenway. The ball hit me right in the chest, and I still have the imprint of Jim Rice's foul ball right in my chest. Want me to show you? No, I won't show you. But I think I had that ball, and I think I held on to it, and I don't know. I think I held on to it for a couple of days until we brought it over to the schoolyard and hit it over the fence of the schoolyard and broke a window or something. I don't know. All right, so I digress. Whatever that means. So usually, this will be the third year I've done this. The first year, I think I picked the Blue Jays to win the World Series, and picked the Red Sox to finish last. And of course, the Red Sox won the World Series that year. And then the following year, I think I had the Red Sox go in the playoffs, and they finished in last. So this might be the fourth one. I don't know how many it's been, but it's neither here nor there. And then I think last year I was pretty on target with my prognostications. Um, I thought that they just didn't have the talent, and I was right about that. And I think I had a couple of my picks right. And maybe I should have reviewed all those videos beforehand, but that's not my style. So anyway, we'll go with without further ado, the 2016 predictions. As always, take these with a grain of salt, and no wagering, and don't run off to Vegas with these predictions because you will be broke. But anyway, I think the Sox will do okay this year. I think David Price is going to be a good example for the younger pitchers to kind of get their act together. He seems to know what he's doing, and might be able to shape up those young guys and have a great season on his own. Like the whole Sandoval thing. I mean, it was a bad idea when it first happened. I mean, he was this big fat clown, and he just would come through in the playoffs, which is okay, but you got to make the playoffs first. And he was out of shape last year when they got him, and he keeps getting fatter and fatter, and that was just a bad move all around, and all that money wasted on that clown. Um, Conversely, I think that Ramirez will come back this year and have a strong year. I think what happened with him last year, he got hurt out in left field. He was off to a great start. He had like the 10 homers, then he got hurt, and then for whatever reason he just gave up or whatever. So maybe hopefully this change over to first base will save some wear and tear on him. And we got him to hit, not to play D. And I'm looking for a monster year out of Hanley. And I guess Sandoval will be on the bench, and I'm hoping for a great season out of Shaw at third. And then we have a couple of good players out in the outfield, Jackie Bradley Jr. and then not Mookie Wilson, Mookie Betts. I think he's going to have an awesome year as well. Yeah, I'm pretty optimistic. I don't think I don't think a World Series is in the cards, but I don't see why they can't get a wild card and make this investment that I made in Nesson worthwhile for me. So I got a little extra money this year, and I got to watch my Red Sox every night. So I'm looking forward to the game this afternoon at 4 p.m. And I won't watch it at 4 p.m. I'll watch it when I get home. So give me something to look forward to. So anyway, that's okay. So we gotta go with the predictions on everything else, I guess, huh? So I got the. I guess I'm gonna go with the Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay won in the division. I'm gonna have the Red Sox as the wild card. Let's see the Western Division. I guess I'll go with the Angels. Central. I guess I'll take the. You know what? I'll go with the Indians because the Red Sox play the Indians today, and I love Francona. So we got the Red Sox, the wild card, Tampa Bay winning division, Indians winning the Central, the Angels winning the West. Out in the National League, I got the Cubs winning their division. I'll go with the Dodgers in the West, their division, and then I guess I'll go with the Mets again on the eastern side of the NL. And then I think a World Series is going to be I'm going to go with the Red Sox playing the Cubs, and I'm going to take the Cubs. I'll go with the Cubs win the World Series, an exciting 7 games, and that's going to be great. If we play the Cubs and back and forth between Boston and Chicago, that'll be a great series. So, all right, it's in the cards, baby. But the cards won't be in the St. Louis Cardinals. They'll get a wild card, so I forgot to mention the cards are always good. So, all right, that's enough out of me, and those are my predictions for 2016. And as usual, adios and go Sox.